All right, guys, here we are for a weekly staple. Grand Masters League age group racing at its finest. We're doing Tock today. 2 loops. Relatively flat course. A few pitches here and there that require some watts. But for the most part, flat and most likely fast through 2 loops of Tock. What do we got? We got 29, 30 plus riders. In the C category, which is 40 to 49, we will be joined by all the other age groups. So it will be a mass start, fast start, less than 5 seconds to go, 2 loops, Tock, and here we go. Just want to get off the line in the middle of it. Here is everybody. 143 riders on the course. Okay. Here we go. Off to the races. Okay. See how this starts to shape up. And 1K in, 35 to go. Gonna want to settle in for a nice long race today. Did a Masters race yesterday, and man, gotta tell you, the ability of some of these 40, 50, even 60-year-olds to be crushing it at this pace and attack off the front over and over. It's very mind-boggling. It's impressive, mind-boggling all at the same time. There is no steering available in this race. Everything's going to have to be done through wattage for positioning and repositioning. It's that TJ that just went by us in the neon chalk outline. Some familiar names in this race today. Okay. Two kilometers in. A lot of this course will be just like this, flat. Not a lot of challenging sections of the course per se. So we just have to be patient and smart, conserve energy, ride good wheels. Try not to get too caught up in the jockeying for position within the peloton. Collins is here, great rider. Man, everybody's got to be here with 144 riders. There will undoubtedly be pushes that are going to happen. There we go. Trying to carry the speed of the group. I feel like these age group races are getting more and more popular. The only real sort of uncertainty in an age group race is you just don't know who the top riders are. You know how old everyone is. You have no idea what category they fall into, A through D, outside of this race. But you find out as the race moves along. Okay. A few people off the front, but it's downhill here. So, and we got a huge pack. Do not want to overwork. Okay. It's coming back together. We'll see if anybody goes over the top. Okay, let's hydrate. Coming up on 7K in. Not there yet. So we're what, almost a fifth of the way in? Still kind of in Nowhereville. All right. Alrighty. A lot of nervous churn right now. Speed's going to pick up a bit. So a couple people are featuring themselves as escapers. About a quarter of the way in. Okay, there is a climb out of the desert. It is draftable. Okay. Move with the group. Let's juice it. Aero boost. carry speed. Nice downhill here. Okay. Getting closer to a third of the way in. And there we go, 1/3 of the way in. Still so early in this race. I see EP is here. Great athlete. Strong, consistent finishes in all the races that I have seen EP in. All right. Just kind of buckling in here. Trying to work our way to halfway through. Right. And out of the tunnel. Always a bit of a push here. Okay. Oh, TJ from TNP. Always good to see you. Okay. All right. Moving along. Still not even halfway done. All right, just with the group. All right, coming up on halfway, which includes the lead in. There we go. Halfway. A lot of chatter in the chat about age groups. Looks like it's going to get lit here now that a second person went off the front. We really just want to ride this. Ride these wheels. Okay. Let's find some wheels. There we go. Is it coming back together? Maybe sort of. One guy still off the front. Okay. Let's just keep going here. Okay. Looks like they're bringing him back. Maybe not. Oh, there we go. All right, 21 and a half in, 14 and a half to go. Group's all back together. No thanks to us. I'm just surviving today. Definitely not thriving. Yesterday's age group race was pretty tough. And I got dropped from the main pack. Still managed to top 20 finish, I think. So it was okay. But the flatland loop, it's not flat. No, no, no. Not as advertised. And we did 3 of those loops yesterday. With some very handy, very capable riders. Right now, I'm just happy to be here. Just ticking along. Okay. Second loop, I imagine the hills will be more hotly contested, especially this riser out of the desert. .23 and a half in, 12.5 to go. Almost 2/3 of the way done. Almost. Breaking up the course. Got TJ flanking us there. That neon chalk outline. Smart rider. He'll know where to be in when. Still a bit before we get to the climb out of the desert. So just want to be ready for that. No matter what, it's work, but if you do the work right and you do the work fast, then you can actually use the downhill as recovery as opposed to trying to reattach. Got somebody off the front again. Or is he still just off the front? I don't know. I should be paying greater attention, but I'm not. Got a good mix of B, C, and D here. Only 2 A's, which is usually how Masters races go. The young bucks prefer not racing us old dudes. Yeah, so like these 50-year-olds that can just do that, 50 to 60, could be anywhere in there. I am mind boggled. Mind boggled. So we got 2 guys, 50 plus, together off the front. I mean, okay. Let's stretch a bit. There we go. 10K to go. Okay. Okay. Oh. Thanks. Okay. Recover. Okay. Did the work right. Still here. Close down that gap to D off the front. Feel like Starship Troopers. I'm doing my part. Okay. Let's keep the legs underneath ourselves here. Basically, got, what, a fifth of the course left? Yeah. 1/5. Really like the use of the arrow on the hill where I use it on that flatter part. Just slingshot you around anybody ahead of you. Set you up for the corner towards the top. Oh. So I would recommend that's the place to deploy an arrow. Power up. As it starts to flatten out around that left out of the desert. Slingshot you around that right. And that shot us back up to the 2Ds that we're leading. And here we all are. Everybody together. $6K to go. 30 done. Hasn't been crazy, but it hasn't been easy either. Okay. We'll have like 5K to go coming through the tunnel. Okay. Here we go. Up and out. Okay. Okay. Working a 2K to go. Draft this incline. Okay. 1.5K. I don't feel like I have anything in the tank. Yeah, nothing. Oh, I feel awful. There was nothing there at the end. Oh God. If this had been like any of the other races I did yesterday or the day before, I would have just gotten dropped. So I'm glad it was reasonable. But yeah, I was just happy to be tagging along through the line. And, you know, did pretty similar watts per kilo to a lot of the riders. Nice work to everybody. Let's see how we did just sort of overall here. Okay. Got more 3.6. Oh, well, that's the only current finisher right now. Hopefully more than 9 people finish this race, so my finish looks a little bit better. Like, yeah, I finished 8th of 20 something. Still 8th place. God, that was, I knew through loop 1 I didn't really have anything, and instead of telling you about it and whining, I decided to just take it internal and do what was necessary to hang on. I probably overcooked the climb out of the desert in the second loop, but I had it in that moment, and I really wanted to make sure I recovered down the hill into the tube and across the tube, and I did, and so that set me up to be able to just hang on for the final kilometers of this race. But I'm impressed with everybody here, 30 plus, right? Even the A's, 29 and under. But B, C, D, E, just the speeds of the group are impressive. And the front really seemed to be dominated by a couple of D's today. So 50 to 60-year-olds. Oh, I hope as some of the comments in the chat were golden, and I echo them. I hope to be that strong when I grow up. I'm now 46. If I turn 50 and I'm riding around Zwift like that, I am all for it. I want it. They say age is just a number, and the older I get, the more I want to believe that. But I'm not just being hopeful, I'm being practical and practiced. I'm showing up here every day, pushing my fitness. And I've seen it. I am becoming better in cycling. I'm not going backwards. I'm not holding on to speed and losing it. I'm finding new power, new speed, new fitness every single day. At 46. So, want to test that theory, age just being a number, see what I can do in the cycling world at this age. Don't worry guys, you're not going to see me on YouTube trying to make a pro tour team. That is not the goal. I like to be unreasonable, but a touch of reality is always nice. So, the first hurdle for me to cross is to figure out how to get my FTP up from 4.3 to 5 watts a kilo. I feel like if I can head that direction, then I can be more competitive in a lot of these races. And might even take some poles or take some turns. But got to celebrate the micro success. I pulled everybody out of the desert up to the 2Ds who had escaped from us and brought them back. Yeah, you're welcome. I want to thank the Academy, my family. No, I'm kidding, but I did do a pretty good slingshot move with that arrow power up, which allowed me to bridge the gap up to the Ds, which brought the whole group together. So if you were able to beat those two guys at the end, you're welcome. Happy to do it. Happy to do it. We're still getting our heat training in here. It is casual. It is 83 degrees today inside the barn. And I've never really been that great at heat. So I am hopeful my insistence to ride in the heat will make me a better rider. So, what was that? That race was less than an hour. I've been through a bottle and a half so far. Almost 2 bottles of liquid. With a heavy electrolyte concentration in here. For these races that are less than an hour, I'm not putting energy in there. I'm not putting in carbs. But I wonder if maybe I should. That's the new rage, right? How many carbs can you ingest on your ride and still ride? What a weird badge of honor, but if it does work, that might be the next experiment, is starting to add calories, starting to add fuel for any races that are over a half an hour long, and see if it benefits me in the second half. I feel like I could have used some energy in the second loop today, so maybe we will experiment with that. For races over an hour, they're like 90 minutes on Zwift. Yeah, you've always been figuring out ways to get some calories in there. Otherwise, you're toast after about an hour 10. Oh, man. Okay. Not a great finish place today, but wasn't dropped either. And this is what happens when you race every day. You're not going to... Some days you feel good. You're going to gun for the podium or top 10, top 5. Other days, you're just happy to be there. And today was a happy to be there day, but I feel like it forced me to be more efficient, really pay attention to the wattage and how I was using it, to really brace for the sections in which there were true energy requirements, and to just dig deep and give that energy to make sure that I didn't end up in no man's land riding alone. So, you got to be in the sprint in the top group if you want to place high. So at least I was there, even though I had nothing to give. Oh, cycling is so humbling. Oh, it's so much fun, so much fun. It's so humbling. It just, some days you feel great and you just feel like, oh yeah, this is it, I'm getting better. And other days you're just like, oh God, this is all falling apart. But they're all good days. The measure of success, I don't think, revolves entirely around performance. I think it's about the journey. I think it's about incremental improvements on the daily. I feel like it's getting off the bike feeling you have no regrets. And I have no regrets about that ride. There was nothing else I was going to do at the end. And I didn't want to half sprint it and then explode and let people come by me at the end. So I just figured the right thing to do was hold power. So I did. I limped my way to the line. And that was a win. No regrets. It's going to make me tougher. It's going to make me better. And I'm going to call on this ride on the day that I'm feeling good. I really want to send it. Well, that was a cheeky 40K completed in less than an hour. It's always a good feeling. The efficiency with which you can complete work here and get a full workout that leaves you feeling like, yeah, that's good. I don't need more than that today. And I'm very time pressed with work and family and other things that I prioritize outside of this. So I love riding outside. I do ride outside, but not nearly as much as I ride Zwift because of the efficiency on Zwift. And I am clearly getting better as a rider in the wild because of the work that I'm doing indoors on Zwift. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting, liking, subscribing. The subscriber base is growing. The views are growing. The comments are coming. I'm learning a lot about you guys as athletes, learning your origin story, if you will, your backstory, and it's really cool. And everybody's on here for all sorts of different reasons, but what a great platform we can all share with the common purpose of getting more fit, getting more skilled, getting faster, competing with one another, cheering each other on, while at the same time ripping each other's legs off. I mean, we need more of that in this world. Okay, guys, it is time to warm down. So, for now, that's all from me.